Bro, you're the nicest UFC fighter in the world, dude.
Shout out Basement Talk, man.
I'm gonna bite at least 2 of your ears off.
I make more than $1 million in a day sometimes.
You better
I mean, we're already.
Yeah.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're gonna.
We'll get into it.
But hey, welcome on, John. What's
Welcome
up?
to Basement Talk, John.
I'm
What's
so
going
excited
on?
to be
I'm
here.
so happy
Dude,
to have
that
you.
mustache
Thank
is
you.
crazy.
The
in
local
real
legend.
life.
Thank
Oh,
you.
dude, we
That's
should have brought
crazy.
the razor.
Yeah,
That
I
thing needs
know.
to.
Here's the problem, Jake. Every single time I cut it, I feel like I lose my powers. Like I feel like I'm like instantly just like I can't come up with ideas. And this is like the dad power. You keep this shit going, but it's all bushy. It's out of control, but it's me. It
I was
feels
gonna say,
comfortable.
what powers do you gain from the mustache?
Powers of I can read people's minds. You know what this cat's
What is he
thinking?
thinking
It's
right
not
now?
good. It's not clean. It's not healthy.
Dirty.
Listen, I just met you fellas. I'm just joking. He's
No,
on the
I
up.
think
He's on the up and up. He's a good cat.
I think he was spot
Good
on
guy.
with that one.
But let's break it down. So I was just going through my week, and my nephew knows you.
Shout
My
out
nephew
to
knows
you.
you. Do you know my nephew?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
And obviously, you could not find somebody really famous and successful this week. So here I am.
Cap.
Good to be here.
Bro, thank you for coming
it's a
on.
pleasure. No, I'm so stoked. I'm just joking, you guys. I'm hyped. I watched some of your stuff. I love what you're doing. I love the setup here. And let's get our pod on, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
We're stoked. What'd you do today?
Oh, today. Rough day, I tell you what. Today I woke up feeling great. Got 9 hours last night. Got to get 9 hours when you're my age. Just turned 44.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Pretty old.
Dude, that's old as fuck, bro.
It is. There is one of my favorite comedians in the surfing space. His name is Luke Cederman, and he's from Raglan in New Zealand. So he was in the United States, and we collabed because that's what you do when you influence. That's when you get those likes. That's when they smash that follow. You got to collab. So
yeah.
Luke's here. We drove to San Clemente. We made a video. I came home. My kids play flag football. We went to a football game down by the border, Mexico.
You know, there's a lot of crazy people out there.
Yeah, what's your body count?
Yeah, Kobe.
That's a straight dude. That's like Dahmer. Who is this kid?
What's yours?
Oh, I waited till marriage.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I'm just a clean, good guy. Didn't want the HPV. You know, scared of it, terrified of it. You know, I knew when I met the right one, she'd be the one for me. So I just held strong. I don't masturbate either. Never did.
So when you are like doing your surfing content and
Yeah.
you see like a hot surfer chick, you don't get like tempted and shit?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm past that. No, I'm kidding. I'll be honest with you though. I was raised in a very religious household,
That's good.
you know, and I look back now, if I had a time machine, I could go back to high school. I probably would have touched some more boobies, you know, probably would have, but I wasn't on that path. I went to youth group.
Good.
I signed a pledge when I was in the 8th grade that said, true love waits till marriage. And I was really trying. And then one day I was on the freeway right over here, the 5 freeway. And I was like, there's a car, there's a human. I'm just seeing thousands of humans as I'm going like on a 5-mile drive. And I'm like, look at the cement. Who made the cement? Humans made the cement. Look at these giant building we're in. Who made that? People. And I realized there was people everywhere. And then I was like, they're all fucking each other. That's where the people come from. And I was like, why is everyone telling me not to have sex? It seems like everybody's,
Literally.
you know?
Yeah.
And so
right.
then,
You're
guess
right.
how old I was when this
How old?
realization happened?
17.
22.
22.
Ooh, I'm 22.
I'm not a sharp fellow. I had opportunities, believe me.
Absolutely.
Jake knows this, what being good looking's like. When I was young, I could have done
You're
well.
still not a bad looking chap.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
But yeah, so then
Where'd you
made
meet your girl?
my lady?
Yeah.
I just met her at a party.
That's cool.
I will say this though, if I'm being serious, as your creepy friend said about the body count, no, it doesn't matter and it's nobody's business. And I really
Exactly.
think like if you're a man, keep that shit to yourself. Nobody really cares. Treat ladies right.
For sure.
Always. And of course they're beautiful. Of course they're wonderful. But Also, at the end of the day, you want to find somebody who you want to have a family with, if that's the route you're going with.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Boys, girls?
I have 2 boys, 10 and 8.
That's awesome.
And I always say this, like, I was done. Like, dating girls, everything. I was 26 years old, and I remember praying. I was like, God, like, if there is a woman out there for me, I need there to be like an arrow over her head that's like, bzz, bzz, this is the one. Went to a party in San Clemente. I remember it like it was yesterday. Saw her. She saw me, and it was like, bzz, bzz, like instant.
That's a trip.
And I found out later that night, this is actually kind of creepy, I think, but she went home and emailed some of her friends and was like, I just met the man I'm going to marry.
That's crazy.
And we've been married 15 years. But she was a virgin when I married her.
That's awesome.
And she is like exactly what you would want, like athletic, rad, loves surfing, and all that. And
Checked all the boxes.
How old were you when you met?
Bro, you guys were
26.
She was emailing her
yeah.
friends?
yeah, it's wild, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Thank God she didn't tell me.
No
that,
social
like,
media back then.
Yeah,
Huh?
would that have scared you off if you knew
That
that
would have
early on?
spooked me.
Yeah.
Spooked me. But also on that note, like people that have slutty paths, God bless you.
No, it's great.
I've seen people turn it around, and traditionally what the men do is they really lower that number when they meet the woman they want to marry.
For sure.
At some point they'll have the conversation,
For sure.
and he'll be like,
The trips
7?
up, the
I've had
trip,
sex with 7 people?
trips up to TJ get very slimmed down.
And then you're looking at him, you're like at the wedding, and you're like, this dude slept with like 150 chicks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you never can tell
No.
that guy's wife that he's a man whore.
Hell no.
It's not right.
Never. You
What was the
never wanna do
pickup
it.
line?
Dude, I got real serious real quick.
Really?
So
Because
her,
you snap into place.
oh, dude,
You just knew she was the one.
So listen, you guys grew up in South Orange County,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we're a certain type of fella that grows up here. She's a mountain girl from Northern California. And she came down here and was like, dude, all these dudes suck down here. So when I met her, I sensed like, oh, she's met a lot of dorks. So I instantly went deep. I was like, let's just get right to it. Let's talk about your past. What do you like? What's your favorite song? Are you looking to have a family? Like, I just got real serious. It was just real, my best version of myself. And it fooled her. That's what happened.
And look at him now.
I love that.
That was it.
So
awesome.
tell us about where you grew up. You grew up where in this area? Like, because we're in Orange County, we're going to have viewers from all over the place, but
What they need to understand is South Orange County in particular it's the orange curtain. It is a bubble. You are surrounded by wealth, okay? And we grew up in planned communities. I grew up in the first planned community called Mission Viejo. That's where I was born. Streets are beautiful. There's a lake. There's all types of options. You want to go roller skating? Back when we did that. You want to go bowling? It's great. HOAs. Everything's clean. Then, when I was 12, we moved to Aliso Viejo, which was Ladera Ranch before Ladera Ranch existed. Then there's Santa Margarita. Then, if you really got some money, there's Coto de Casa. But then these gentlemen right here come from Ladera, which literally looks like a Hollywood lot. Like Walt Disney designed this. This is not a joke. Tell me if I'm lying here.
No.
They pre-built in one section of Ladera lemonade stands for the children. Do you know about this?
No.
Am I making this up?
no, I never heard about that.
Where?
Yeah,
Ladera.
that's what I heard.
We got there like halfway through our lives.
2013.
And
Zach's been there a
I
long-
lived there my whole life. I was like,
How did you not know about that?
I
That's
don't
like
know.
way
I
back
had
then.
a lemonade stand in Ladera
Pre-built
growing up,
lemonade.
but
What does that mean?
So like kids
Like, it's
like
like
to
set
set
up.
up lemonade stands
Yeah.
to sell lemonade. There was one neighborhood that actually had a section that was like a pre-built lemonade stand on the sidewalk for the children. You had a water park.
yeah,
don't lie
it's
to
still
me.
there.
It's still
we had
there.
a nice water park.
Yeah, the
still
water
there.
park's
big
cool.
bucket.
Yeah, it's still there.
You have beautiful homes, perfect streets, these little roundabout circles. And this is what you get what you pay for, because you really do. You pay on top of your mortgage, you have Melrose and HOA. So in addition to your mortgage, you're paying like $800 on top of that. The elementary school is right here. Then there's a beautiful library in the center. And then you graduate right next to it as a junior high. They planned everything. So my question for you guys is, did it serve you? Did you turn out okay? Or are you guys all fucked up?
That's really
It made me
interesting.
mentally unstable.
Seriously?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, good.
I feel good. I feel
I
like
lost my mind a couple times in my
I feel like I
20s.
had a good childhood. Like
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Idyllic.
I probably have like plus 10 friends that I've known since I was like born too.
That's
that are
wonderful.
like including your nephew.
Yeah.
That are still in my life. So that's pretty cool. But there's definitely some stuff that you miss that you're like censored off.
Well, my
too.
fear was like the first time you went to Santa Ana or Anaheim, your brain would explode.
we were just up in LA and
LA was
these
really
two's
bad.
eyes were wide open. They thought it was an apocalypse.
It was though.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
But it's wonderful. Your parents provide this great place for you to grow up in. But I remember looking around going, like you go into Nellie Gale, you go into Kodo, or even Newport, anywhere, even Ladera, and you're like, how do these people afford this? How am I going to become a man and afford this? Like, this is insane. Where does this wealth come from? You know, but the safety, the cleanliness,
Yeah.
you don't have tweakers everywhere. I live in Oceanside. I got to keep my head on a swivel. I woke up 2 days ago to a human shit on my driveway.
You ever
Human.
Human.
You ever go down to Ocean's 11?
Yeah, you bet I do. Actually, your $25 you get free for your
Dude, their
first
pumpkin
bet.
pie.
Yeah.
They're pumpkin
Pie, no,
Wow.
apple pie. Apple pie.
I went to Ocean's 11. I get out of my car, and a dude tried to sell me knives in the parking lot. From my walk from the car, he had a suitcase, and they were pretty shitty knives. I'm like,
Yeah, were they top grade?
I'm just here to lose some money.
Swiss
not
Army
buy
knives.
That's so cool.
When we left the last time we were there, we saw a couple hobos
They're
just throwing down.
scrapping in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
that's every day.
Yeah.
Which so there's the trick, right? Like my kids are growing up with every type of human, and it's beautiful. But there's also an edge and a sketchiness. I prefer awesome schools. Not seeing a woman's asshole in the morning taking a shit who's tweaking on drugs and having to cover my kid's eyes.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm addicted to Zins. Is this okay?
Yeah,
That's
chinny
all
I got a
good.
chin, man.
serious Zin problem.
Upper decky.
Rip it.
Zimbabwe.
Can I say something about this
Yeah.
real quick? I went to get my eyes checked, and they go, we think you have glaucoma, that you're going to go blind because my eye pressure was so high. So I left, and I was really sad. I'm like, I'm going to go blind. But then I was like, what do Zins do? They raise your blood pressure. So I quit Zins for 4 days, went back, they tested my eye pressure. It was perfect. And they go, we don't know what happened. You've been healed. And then I went right back to doing Zins.
Oh no.
So let the people know.
It's not a Zin ad, but that was pretty fire.
It was close.
That was pretty
good.
Yeah. Well,
That is good.
Yeah.
Who are your sponsors that you're currently? Because that
Thank-
is what's
thank you for
supporting the whole.
asking.
That is the
Kyler?
whole thing, right? That's supporting this.
Tyler, is it a mix between Tyler and Kyle? Because this has been really.
You know what's
I
funny?
need to know, bro.
It is. It's
Is
like
it
a
really?
Kyle, Tyler. I don't know. I was
think
almost
it's
named
made up.
Shaq actually because he's Kobe, which is a whole thing. But yeah, I don't think
dog.
Shaq
Be the most
fits.
underwhelming Shaq of all time.
Wow.
they
That's-
go, yo, Shaq's
that's
coming, and then
amazing.
Kyler turns around the corner.
Literally.
my
That
my
would work.
sponsors. Yeah, I have multiple sponsors.
Shout him out.
Stretch surfboards, Pit Viper sunglasses, Bug Assault. I've gone through. I was with a company called Loudmouth all last year, which is a golf company that John Daly's on. It's all like the bright pattern golf
super sick.
golf stuff. Yeah, I'm just a free agent. I'm just a whore. Anybody
you-
that comes along, I'm like,
Dude, I
look
love.
at
Hey,
me.
I love those bug
Who
guns.
would be your
though.
like dream
Thank you.
sponsor right now if you just had to pick one? Like anything. It can be like
Maybe like Jewel
Zin.
vapes.
Jewel
vapes. I don't know, man.
I saw
Like,
you have some beef with Monster.
I got mad beef with the Monster Crew, son.
why?
Dude, tell him what's up, man.
I made a video like 2 years ago where I went to the headquarters in Corona, and it was a Saturday, so nobody was there. And I knew there was a security guard, so I had to do this quick. And I bought like 7 of their flavors. And I just jumped out and I was taste testing them, and I would just talk shit on every single one. And then one ultimately ends up giving me a seizure, and I'm like in the parking lot. And like right after I stopped filming, the security guard's like, "You can't be here." So it's all in good fun.
What's your problem though with them?
No,
there was
nothing.
nothing. Okay.
Nothing. No,
That's pretty
I-
funny though.
Red
haven't
Bull,
watched
Monster,
those.
Rockstar. I like them all.
That's cool.
You know, I may be drinking an energy drink right now.
It's a basement talk energy drink.
Basement
it hasn't
talk.
come out
You'll
yet.
No,
know the
dude.
energy drink once you sponsor him.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever shot anyone with the bug assault?
I have. You're not supposed to. And I don't endorse this. I do not speak for the company. It is not for shooting humans. But yeah, people use them for all sorts of things. Most fascinating, people get really high on Molly and a drug called ecstasy. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it. And they put glitter in them and they shoot each other in the assholes at raves. When they start really peaking, it looks really good in the light. Also not recommended. But then there's another bug assault called the Shredder. Have you heard of this?
It's
I don't know if I want to.
Is it the automatic one?
No, it looks like
There's an automatic.
It looks like the old Western, like spaghetti Western dirt,
Like rifle or
Clint
whatever?
Eastwood. No, it's like a revolver, like an old West gun, but it has a CO2 cartridge in it. Okay, so it's for like killing scorpions, murder hornets, spiders, big shit, and it'll break your skin.
Whoa.
And people are dumb, as we know. People are really, really stupid.
They've been
and they
hurting
misuse
themselves?
it. Yeah, people hurt themselves.
Are you guys like putting exterminators out of business or?
I wish we were. It's more just like just super, super fun. It's
Dude,
like
yeah,
when you're
it's so
kids
fun.
and you play guns, but like you're hunting insects all the time.
Well, it's also like during the summer, you're walking around with a towel trying to snap flies all day. It's more fun with a gun
Exactly.
in your hand.
Yeah, they've been amazing. That's an incredible story in itself. That's who you should have on. Lorenzo, the creator of Bug Assault, was hanging wallpaper until he was 51 years old. Just straight up hanging wallpaper. And he had this idea his whole life. He hated flies. He was obsessed with making a better version of a fly swatter, but he's like, I want to shoot them. Then salt. He did a Kickstarter, got $500,000.
No way.
And they've made $20 million selling Bug Assault like the last 6-7 years. And he still is, you would never know, still dresses like a poor guy.
Super humble.
The chillest, raddest dude, but he surfs, rips at surfing, rips at yoga, 61 years old. And he saw me on Kook of the Day. And that's how that relationship started.
That's awesome.
And they've been just incredible to me.
So talk to us about your career. I mean, a lot of the
Yeah, we haven't
viewers,
even
you guys see the
talked
title of the
about that.
video. A lot of the people watching know who you are because you're big in the area. But kind of tell us how you got started in the like influencer world.
All right, I'm going to try to make this fast.
Okay.
But I think it's important we say this because when I look at you guys, I see me because we're from the same place. Okay. So grow up, great childhood. But my dad's like full Costa Mesa cop, on the SWAT team, sniper guy. I grew up from the time I was small. Like first thing I can remember was learning how to shoot. Right. So that was like, I'm the only boy. I have 2 older sisters. I'm looking at dad like, that's what I'm going to be. But in high school, I loved theater. In junior high, you know how you can take drama in 7th, 8th grade? Yeah. I loved it. And that's what I was into. But I also played football. I was on the surf team, played water polo. But like my real love was just making people laugh. And we had a television show in high school, Elisa Nagel, where I got to do all these skits and read the morning news or whatever. And I loved it. So I'm like, dude, that's what I want to do. But you don't really see a path there. You're like, how am I going to become an actor? You have to get an agent, all this. So when I'm 19, I go to college for a year. Worst student ever. 2.0, ate pizza, drank beer, went to Mexico and surfed. That's all I did. But no chicks, because remember, I was a virgin.
Tacos.
Yeah. So I quit school after freshman year. I'm like, what am I going to do? I end up getting, quote, discovered and get this sick agent in Hollywood. So I'm like, I'm moving to LA. 19, total dumbass. Move to LA. I go to 6 auditions. I go to an audition for a Britney Spears commercial. I'm like, I'm going to fucking nail this. I'm going to be in this commercial with Britney Spears. I don't get it. I get sad. I go to 6 auditions total, don't get anything. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm out of here. Come running home. No backbone, no grit. Everything had just come easily to my whole life. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Go back to college. Go back to college for
gave
another
up.
year. Waste a bunch of my parents' money. Guess what I do in college? Drink beer, surf, go to Mexico. But still stay a virgin. Remember that. Might have touched a boob on the outside.
Maybe.
Once.
Just one.
So after that, I'm like, you know what? I think I really should be. I should be a Navy SEAL. I think that's what I should do. That's where I'm headed. So I go back to Saddleback College. I run cross country. I get in like the best shape of my life, killing it. So I joined the military 1 month before 9/11 in August. 9/11 happens. I'm like, whoa, I guess this is real. I guess things have changed. I'm in this thing called the SEAL Challenge Program, which is like you sign a contract, you go to boot camp, you go to your A school, then you go to Buds. And I'm like, this is what I'm doing. I'm like hyped. And I think I'm brilliant in the Navy. I'm like, because if you can like put two sentences together, you can read, write, fold your underwear, make a bed, you're good to go. You are dialed in. So I go to boot camp, and in boot camp, I'm given medication, right, for an ear infection. I have an adverse reaction to it. I get kicked out of boot camp. So the dream is over. I come home. I'm devastated. I'm almost 22. No, I am 22 at this point. Don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Depressed.
Discovered girls.
No. And dad's like, well, you become a cop. I'm like, okay, dad. First place I apply, Anaheim PD, get hired, become a cop. And I'm like, fucking, I'm badass. Nobody my age has a job. What do? I'm an idiot. I get an apartment on 34th Street in Newport. I buy a crotch rocket, Yamaha YZF 600, and a Toyota Tacoma. Because I'm making $54,000 a year in 2003. Buying all my friends. Balling, dude. Just thinking I'm killing it. Total moron. And that's also when I first discovered ladies. Yeah.
Ooh.
Big body count. Big body count.
Up there.
No. So anyways, suck at being a cop. Don't like it. Quit that shit. And then I become a stoner for 2 years and just sit on a couch in Ladera Ranch. And I work at a bank inside of a grocery store. And I get real fat. And people from high school come into the bank and they see me and they're like, what happened to John? Just got high every day. That's what I did. Eventually I wake up, decide I'm going to be a fireman. So I pursue that. Yeah. And that goes on for years and years and years. I get married, still going the fire route, trying to be this thing I'm not.
Never put out fires?
I did, yeah. I was a reserve for Fountain Valley for like 4 years. I got hired by 2 fire departments.
Let's go.
And fired because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really good at faking it. But eventually somebody pulls you aside and they're like, you don't really want to be here, do you? And you're like, I don't know. They're like, maybe. So you leave. So I end up a janitor at 37 years old. Wow. After I lost my second fire job. I have 2 little kids. And all I wanted to do, I knew about social media. I'm like, dang, if I could do that, I bet I'd be good at it. But I'm like, you can't get hired in these government jobs. Like if they see you smashing beers on social media, you just don't pass background investigations. So I'm working as a night janitor and I start making these really dark but hilarious videos about the night janitor. Like I'm going through teachers' drawers at night. I'm sliding down the kids' slides. I pretend the school is haunted by a ghost and I'm running and you hear like all my keys banging against my thing. And, I loved it. And I had like 300 followers and they're like, this is insane. And eventually they just picked up on that I surfed and people really liked that stuff. And ultimately I went back to being a paramedic for 2 years. And 2.5 years ago, I was making way more money doing all this stuff. And I begged my wife, like, this is all I want to do. It's not too late to follow your dreams. I told my kids, my boys, follow your dreams. I didn't follow my dreams. So the second I started doing what I was always good at, which I knew by the time I was in 8th grade, you know, the second I stopped trying to be basically my dad and my uncles, like, tough guy, you know, everything fell into place. But I was lost in my 20s, like a ship at sea. And I have friends that are dead in our 20s. I was lost. I could have been dead. And so my message to anybody like you guys is surround yourself with good people. Don't get lost in drugs and alcohol and do what you're good at. It's so simple and what you love. And there's zero excuse in this day and age to not be able to do what you want. And you guys are hustling, you're grinding. That is it. You put one foot in front of the other. Shit doesn't happen fast. We're so used to like everything's instant, but that's not how this game works. And I tell anybody, like you get haters online, I'm like, Go fuck yourself. Come back in 10 years. See where I'm at. Because that's everything good takes about a decade. That's just how it works. And the sooner you can get there, if you're 20, you'll probably get there when you're 30 if you stay on the path. The sooner you start, the sooner you can eliminate bad stuff in your life, the faster you're going to get where you want to go.
So when did you figure that? When did that snap for you? Was it just 2 years ago?
Brother, the lowest point in my life, like I never dreamed I would be a night janitor. And the craziest thing was the first day I'm there, they're taking me around, introducing me to the teachers, and it's parent teacher conferences. I walk in, and one of the parents is a girl I graduated high school with and went to high school with. And she looks at me and she gets up, she walks around the room. She's like, John, oh my gosh, are you the principal? And I'm like, no, I'm the janitor. And she was so sweet. She gave me a hug. She was really nice, but I was so embarrassed. But in that darkness, every single night, I'm listening to podcasts and I'm just like, why have I failed at everything? And I'm listening to people that have put these pieces together and I'm like, oh, you've quit and you haven't been doing things you love and you're not playing to your strengths. So that's when it first clicked. And then you start to get this automatic feedback, on YouTube or Instagram. You're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the type of guy that if someone gives me a compliment, like I'm good for 2 months. Then you got 5,000 people saying they like something and you're like, ooh, I must be doing something here. And then you actually start people give you money for doing what you love. Yeah. And it was just like, let's get on this train and stay on it till it falls apart and it's still going. It's crazy.
It's such a God moment too of like Janitor is like your lowest point and then making the Janitor videos is what brought you out of that hole too.
But I would argue this, like I'm so lost in my head so much. Like I said, my 20s, even into my 30s, you think like getting married, that's when I'm going to figure out this. No, you need to really take some time, get alone, don't have anything in your system. I truly believe this. I don't think you're going to find it. I tried to find it in booze forever. It was just like, I'm going to Laguna Beach every night, partying with my friends, going to every bar. What am I going to find here? I found nothing. But when I got alone and I got quiet and I really thought about who I was, that's when it clicked, And I truly believe we all have different backgrounds. Some of us have good parents. Some of us have bad parents. We all have some level of trauma, right? But it doesn't matter. We have every tool available right now to where you can heal yourself and you can get where you want to go. And success to me, it's not a monetary number. It's really not. I don't like the flashy stuff like I'm driving this car and that. To me, it's time. Guess what? I wake up every morning. I don't have a boss micromanaging me and I can choose how I spend my day. That's insane to me. To me, I'm the richest person in the world and I don't want that to end. And once you see, like I did not see how you could use your creativity to create a life. And that's insane. Anybody can do that.
When was the moment on social media where it really hit you like, this is something I need to take to the next level? Was it surfing content or was it the janitor content?
It honestly, like you were asking, we were talking on the phone before this podcast, like how do you grow? Somebody reaches out to you because they see what you're doing and they like it. And for me, that was a page called Kook of the Day, which had a audience of 1 million people.
Used to follow them.
So the second I got on that, all of a sudden my audience blew up and I had no idea. Everybody's always watching. And where we live, this, what is it called? The 7 degrees from 7 people from Kevin Bacon. Have you ever heard this?
No.
Kevin Bacon is a super famous actor. So there's this saying that there's 7 people, somebody that knows Kevin Bacon, right? It's so true. So everybody who's anybody, not who's anybody, but in the world of entertainment or the world of business, we live right here. They're all within 100 miles of each other.
Seriously.
And I know tons of people that I have in my phone that I didn't have 3 years ago. You know tons of people and they're all watching and you never know where opportunity is going to come from. And that is bonkers. So once Kook of the Day hit, like 2 months later, I have an Academy Award winning writer invite me up to Malibu to surf with him. And he's talking to me about a show. And I'm like, is this how this happens? Because he heard all the young guys in his office laughing at my shit, passing it around. So then you form a relationship with that guy. Who knows this guy? Who knows that guy? Who knows this guy? And it's just ping, ping, ping. And that's how it works. And if you're not a dickhead, you don't burn people, you show up on time and you have a good heart, good things are going to happen. If you're not, if you're a shitty person, probably not. If your ego's all out of whack, probably not going to happen. And had I been in my 20s, you want to talk about a God thing, and this kind of stuff started happening to me, I probably would have gone off the rails. But truly, I didn't really start to grow up and become, quote, mature or realize all this stuff till I was about 40, which is wild.
Yeah. And would you call yourself a comedian? Or what would you call yourself? Like,
yeah,
you're a content creator, entrepreneur.
I've done stand-up. I love it. I've had great sets. I've had bad sets. What I would love to do, I love acting. I love hosting. I love creating. I love it all, dude. Just get me in front of a camera. I love podcasting. I love people. I love all of it. So I don't put any
thought into exactly because you're open to all sorts of different things.
I've done all sorts of stuff, and I never looked at like an Instagram page or a YouTube. Want to provide entertaining things for people, but I always looked at it like a business card. Here I am. You want to see who I am? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's me.
What was like going on when like different platforms were popping off? Like when TikTok came out and like Instagram Reels, and was that all like kind of hard for you to kind of wrap your head around?
Bro, you know how they say like a lot of times when you hate somebody, it can be because you're jealous of them.
Yeah.
It's so true. And like when people do say things to me, I used to say that to people. I would see so much content that I'm like, this is just hot garbage.
Yeah.
And these people have a massive following. It would make me upset. And constantly in the back of my head, I'm like, I could do so much better than this trash, dude. You can never underestimate the just absolute terrible taste of people. Creed sold 11 million albums, right? Like people, you know, my kids love Prime. I don't know why the Pauls are famous. I have no fucking idea.
It's crazy.
Right? But people grew up with these guys and they're smart. It's wild.
Did you see what they're going to be doing?
No.
So
they sold 1 billion bottles.
They sold 1 billion bottles, and I think either in London, and I don't know exactly when this episode's coming out, so I don't know the exact date or the month, but they're gonna put a golden Prime bottle, and the golden Prime bottle is like not a size of a Prime bottle; it's probably a little bit bigger, but it's worth $500,000, and they're gonna do a raffle, and it's gonna. If no one gets the correct numbers right, like it's a code, in like 24 hours, they're going to just melt the bottle or something. I read that the other day on Twitter. Or X.
Your question
X
reminded me of a funny story. It's a ridiculous story. When all that stuff was popping off, there was something called Snapchat, right? And like, I'm not doing any of this stuff. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. And I was in the Triangle in San Clemente, which is a bunch of bars.
Yeah.
And I was whammied. And there was a hot dog stand where they were doing bacon wrapped hot dogs. And I just like asked some friends. We were in this horrible bar. I'm like, do you guys want to get something to eat? And they're like, no. So I went by myself and I wander up. And there's 3 guys, this is when Snapchat's new, making a Snapchat. And they all have their hot dogs. And they're like, doing it. And I look at them and I start talking shit. But I was talking shit because I secretly wanted to be the guy with the bacon wrapped hot dog.
Glizzy Goblin.
But I'm like, I can't do that because I'm a serious guy trying to get a good job. And I'm talking shit and they start getting closer and closer to me. And always look out for the little guy, right? He starts coming on an angle on me. And one of them like does it's called the monkey dance. The second a guy pokes you, you know it's about to pop off. You're probably going to get punched. And I go, don't touch me. And he does it again. And I like had read some self-defense books. So I thought I was like doing like an upper palm in the nose, but it was more like a like on his face. Next thing I know, I hear, don't kick him while he's down. I'm on my back and just getting, just straight up. And some bouncers saved my life and they ran off. Point is, I wanted to be doing what they were doing. And I was clowning them and saying horrible things.
Right
but
now-
I secretly wanted that.
Yeah. Right now, Snapchat is huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially for
Snapchat's-
creators.
yeah,
They're paying
Snapchat's
out their creators
paying
like
a lot right now.
more than
Right.
other platforms and stuff.
So it's crazy. But
I wish I knew.
when you're filming, like, do you feel more comfortable doing like the selfie look, or do you like someone filming you?
Depends.
Because
But
I
there's
feel like
so
Your
much-
content's kind of both,
whenever
though,
I
right?
hold the phone like this and I'm talking, I feel a little like it's like I don't know. I feel uncomfortable.
I feel like you have to be used to it though.
Yeah, I'd love to get on influencers in the wild, but I tend to do my stuff. I tend to
that
do
one's
like
good.
is anybody look? No, I don't
Yeah.
really care. But the weird part about that is the stuff like this with the phone, it's always the randomest, strangest things that come to you in the moment that you think are funny that blow up. And then the thing that you put all this time into, nobody watches.
What about like when you walk down? What happens when you like has there been an instance where you're in San Clemente just walking around with your family and like all these people see you and they're like, what up? Like,
Dude,
freaking out?
it's
That must be a trip.
again, this is so sad to say, but this is just me. This is all I ever wanted was someone to come up, and I consider like the will you take a photograph with me is like the modern day autograph. I used to sign my name all day in class for years. That's what I do. I'm like, someday, got to get this signature right. No one wants an autograph. They want a picture. Happens all the time, which is crazy because it makes you feel like in the beginning, I'm like, you think I'm a celebrity? But if people are on their phones every day and they're watching you, you're like part of their world, right? But if I get 2 miles from the coast, nobody knows who I am. If I shave my mustache, nobody knows who I am.
What
It
would
might be
you
why I
say-
keep the stash.
What would you say your audience is? Are they
I know
high
what
school?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you
it-
describe the average viewer?
It's 90% male
Yeah.
from 18 to 50, with primarily being dudes that are like 35 to 45. Because I talk about family stuff a lot.
That's really cool. Because
Yeah.
I was wondering that before you came into the studio.
Yeah.
Because I was actually, what was I saying before we were filming? I was like, I wonder if a bunch of high school people will be
Oh,
watching
yeah.
this podcast.
I don't know how many high school people are.
Because I feel like
yeah.
when I went on your Instagram like a week ago, I saw a lot of people that followed you that I knew, but they were all obviously a little younger, like my age.
Yeah, a lot of that. And I used to talk a lot more about, like, honestly, like I would be open about drinking, be open about struggles with depression in my 20s. I need to start doing a lot more of that because nobody talked to me about that stuff when I was young. I felt like I had no direction.
What's your favorite bevy?
As far as adult beverage?
Yeah.
Or,
Adult beverage.
well, the alcohol's been a bit of a struggle.
What's like your go-to drink?
Nothing right now.
Not right now,
Yeah.
but like if you were to like have a night out with your wife for dinner.
Man, I live next to the Hop Highway. I developed a severe addiction to the India Pale Ales, my friend. The IPAs, all kinds,
Those are
doubles, whatever.
You a hazy guy?
Probably beer, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, until it's not.
Until it get a little
it's water.
barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, dude, booze is like, again, that was so, my parents don't drink, my sisters don't drink. It was a very, like, I'm not that bad of a dude, I don't think, but I'm definitely, I think, the black sheep.
Talk to us about golf. You kind of touched up on it. You talked about it like 5-10 minutes ago, but you just skipped over that quick.
As Mark
I
Twain
love
said,
golf. It's so good.
Mark Twain said, it's a good walk ruined. It really is. It's absolutely maddening. Surfing is 90% joy, 10% frustration. Golf is the exact reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, it is maddening. And I've learned so much about myself, primarily that I'm a really sick person. I'll be out by myself, lying to myself on my scorecard. Who does that? I'm like, no one's around.
I definitely
it's
do that.
myself.
That's crazy.
And I'm lying.
Kyler does that.
No.
Kyler's the mulligan
Actually,
king.
I'm not joking.
It's
I shoot 120.
absolutely the most addictive thing I've ever done besides surfing.
What kind of clubs do you have?
I got full. I have Mavericks. They're
Okay.
beginner clubs, you know?
Yes, sir.
Where
Yeah.
do you usually play?
I play all over.
All over.
Yeah. And I got to travel last year to like you think there's wealth like here on the West Coast? I got to go to like Connecticut.
Oh, those golf
like
courses are crazy.
sketchy country clubs where you're like, where am I in the Eyes Wide Shut movie scene where we're gonna go to a party afterwards where everyone's wearing masks? I mean, like
Illuminati.
Wall Street, creepy. Yeah, so I've been to some really nice ones, but I like a dirty goat track
Like
myself.
shore clips.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
short clips guy.
No. Hey, short clips. You're $80.
Oh my
now.
gosh.
You're
I
not an
saw
$80
that.
No,
course.
they're 95 till 4 o'clock. You
That's
can't,
some
You can't
bullshit.
just put a clubhouse in the middle of the course and call it a nice course.
It's I'm so angry at those.
terrible.
No,
I
I'm
haven't
like,
played short clips in months.
Like I played 9 yesterday at Goat Hill for $15.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to tie in golfing with surfing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't have like the best education on pro surfers or surfing, but if you can go into a golf tournament, it's a 4v4v4 scramble tournament. Pick 3 surfers that you would choose to be on your golf team.
Easy. I would pick Kelly Slater. He's a scratch golfer. I'd pick Josh Kerr. He's a very good golfer. And then I would pick Josh Kerr's daughter, who's a phenomenal surfer and golfer. The thing with golfing and surfing, this is another important thing I think you need to figure out as a human being. Are you more of an individual type person? You enjoy the individual sports, or are you a team player? I'm not a team player, which is why I absolutely failed at being a firefighter, because that's like your football team, your frat. That's how that world is. And if you're going to stand out and say wacky things and have a bigger personality, you're not going to do so well. I enjoy, it's all on me. I'm not relying on this guy to the left or right of me. So that's probably why I was drawn to those 2 activities, I think.
Hey guys, yes, I'm on a private jet, and none of this would be possible without our sponsor, Zill Media. If you need any social media or any content done, or even start a podcast like ours, they are the best in the business. Go to zillmedia.com and mention Basement Talk for a discount on their services. Now let's get back to the episode.
Let's get off this fake jet. Go get back to the episode. What's weird is I actually realized that right when I stopped playing sports, how there's actually a difference between those two. I found myself being way more individual than team too. It's crazy. People don't even realize that. It's completely different. You can be terrible at a team sport and then be crazy at an individual.
Totally. And I
Yeah.
think that carries over into all walks of life. Like, what career do you want to choose? I mean, I can tell you right now, like, I've had an office job. I worked in an office job in Irvine, sitting behind the computer and like literally like Office Space. I would do 15 minutes of actual real work in an 8-hour day. Otherwise, I'd be in the bathroom reading magazines, pretending I was taking a dump. I took up smoking just to not work with the smokers. You know, like, it was horrible. And then you got some nerd walking up to you every 15 minutes, looking over your shoulder, micromanaging you. And that's how most human beings, that's what they do, dude. Monday through Friday. Everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah. It's depressing.
Yeah.
You got to live your life, man.
It's true.
Create your own life.
Yeah.
What is like your best moment in golf? Have you ever made a hole in one?
I have not. I birdied a really hard hole yesterday. No one was there to see it.
Just you.
So my friends won't believe me. And
He lies on the scorecard though, so we
I
don't
do.
know.
Yeah.
How good did that feel?
insane.
It's the best in golf.
You
When
get
you make a birdie.
goosebumps. You just, golf's rad, but it's also, I mean, there's some of the biggest dickheads in the world out there.
Very
I
true.
play as a single a lot, and I walked off on hole 10 the other day because one of the guys in the group who was a stranger to me was just a shithead. He was laughing at me. He was playing really good. I was playing really bad, and he was a dick.
That's so annoying.
You know? So you meet, it's like life, dude. It tells you who you are, how you handle problems.
We should go play.
Dude, I would.
Yeah, we need
I
to.
could figure
I'd love-
everything about you in 18 holes.
I'd
Kobe
love that.
says that too
Yeah.
about
I go
people.
golfing with clients a lot. And I started golfing 2-3 years ago and I caught the bug. It's like an actual bug.
It's crazy.
Like I was going to the driving range every single day.
I know.
And you don't even know if you're like doing the right swing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I never had lessons and stuff. I actually ended up getting a couple lessons, but you can be out on a golf course and you can be playing horrible, but you have that one shot, like an iron shot or
Change
off
your
a
whole
tee
day.
box or a long putt, and it can change your whole day.
Here's-
And that's what hooks you.
Here's some real talk though. Last year, insane. Golf was a write-off. So every time I played, because it was part of my job. Because I would
had a
literally, I
sponsorship, right?
suck at golf. I've been playing 2 years, and I'd walk out fully sponsored, everything, had all my stuff on,
man.
and I would look at the guys and I go, "Hey, I hate to break it to you guys, I'm a professional golfer on paper. I'm here, and it's not for my game,
that's
but
so
I get
nice.
paid to golf, right?" This year, I still have the same addiction. It is not a write-off. When taxes come, my wife is gonna absolutely be horrified at the amount of money I spent on golf.
Oh my
But what I'm
gosh.
gonna do, I haven't started it yet, is start setting aside some money. So when she freaks out, I can go, here, I have this money to cover the damage.
You know what's bad? I never freaking wear hats. I never usually wear hats. I wear hats now, but when I started golf, I'm like, you know, you gotta wear a hat when you golf.
Right.
Dude, I have like 50 hats in my room now.
Yeah.
And I go into a clubhouse and I'm like, oh, that hat's sick. Let me just buy it. Or you go and you're like, damn, today's kind of suck. Let me just stiffen my like driver shaft.
Totally.
See if I can hit the ball like a couple yards further. Dude, it just never stops. It literally never stops. I had to like fully cut it down. Like I put my clubs like in my room, like it's tucked away.
Yeah.
Cause dude, I'll go to the driving range, just completely do good. And then I'll like get distracted from work and then I'll start playing. And then
Yep.
my boss is a scratch golfer. So he's got a membership at Monarch. So sometimes he'll be like, hey dude, let's go play.
It's
And
pretty
then
rad.
whenever you're playing golf, it's like a 4-hour vacation on that cart.
Totally.
It's amazing.
Nice.
I want to change the subject a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to flip the table a little bit.
Do it.
A bit.
First, you. What is your dreams? What is your goal? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Wow.
Look at that. Look at him. Does he have a plan? Do you have a 5-year plan?
I honestly.
being serious,
no,
like-
I know. It's. I don't really think. I don't think that far ahead.
Right.
Obviously, I have things that I want. And it's pretty much all that we all want. Probably similar things: nice house, car, family, whatever. But I know that if I take things day by day, do the right stuff every day for a long enough period of time, I'm gonna get that without even having to think about it. So
And do you have a mentor or somebody that's older that maybe has, you look at them and you go, because I've found they were always there. I could have asked them when I was 20. I could have walked up, knocked on a door, gone, excuse me, sir, how did you purchase this house? And I've found that most of the time, people that success leaves bread trails, right? Leaves crumbs.
Clues.
Okay? Clues. And these people that are successful are more than happy, unless they're complete assholes, to sit down with you, have a meal, and speak to you and share their wisdom. And most likely they'll pay for the meal. So I'm asking, do you have somebody like that you know, that you talk
I
to?
definitely have a lot of people I can go to and get
Good.
advice for, but sometimes I can have an ego and think I know everything all the
Sure,
time,
yeah.
just like maybe all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely my dad, I'm lucky to have him, always helping. There's certain clients of mine I work with that are always helping me out with things. And, I think too, being honest with people and not bullshitting,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be open with you and give you advice by just being a good person. So
Totally.
I don't know. That's kind of my answer
love
to
it.
that. But
What
day by
about you?
day.
Honestly, I'd probably say the same. I haven't thought like too far in the future, but just happiness, that I'm happy with what I'm doing and I'm around people that make me happy, and just people that are like, I'm bringing them up as much as they're bringing me up type of thing.
That's so good.
Just surrounding myself with good people.
That's awesome. And yourself? Besides the whore houses?
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
No, there's none of that. So first of all, I just want you guys to subscribe because I want this shit to get big. I want you guys to keep watching because So stop what you're doing right now and hit that
This
subscribe
is
button.
a goal.
This-
Yeah,
click.
this
Go
is
ahead
a
and
big goal.
smash that like and subscribe. Tell
This-
a friend. This is how empires are built.
Yes. So right now, all I'm focused on is making you guys happy and watching this. So Basement Talk is like right now on my heart. But ultimately, I don't care if I'm poor. I don't care if I'm rich. I just want to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to find a nice wife one day. I want to have a beautiful family. I want to have kids. I want to have as many kids as possible. And I want to live somewhat close to these guys and be able to just be with my friends and family, see them whenever I want. I really don't care about being like the guy that has like a big mansion and like has to have a fucking Rolls Royce and all that stuff. I just want to live a healthy, happy life and do what I love. And I want this podcast to get big.
I love it.
That's honestly like, we're working really hard to get this podcast running and going.
I know
and
for all three
I
of
hope
it's
you
the
guys
main
are
goal.
enjoying all the episodes. But yeah, that's kind of what we're focused on. So
Dude, that is it. And you're so far ahead of the curve already.
Yeah.
I spent
We think we're
so
not
much
too.
time just partying, and it goes nowhere. It's a lot of fun. I can't remember what we were laughing at, but the thing that's wild. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23, 22, 21.
Damn. Okay. So once you graduate high school, time starts to speed up a little bit. Elementary school seemed forever, right? Junior high, high school,
That's
like
so true.
it's a long
Very
time
true.
because you don't have a lot of reference of time. This is your whole world. Parents are your whole world. You're living at home. Starts to speed up. You guys are just going to blink and you will be where I'm at and you'll go, what happened? And I'm going to be 64. It goes so quick. And when you get married, it goes even faster. Then when you have kids, it goes even faster. Time is the most precious commodity. So the fact that you guys are already got some discipline, you set this up, you made a phone call. It's more than a lot of people do. That's why I'm here. That's why you get your other guests. That is what you have to do. You don't go out every night, stay out till 2:30, 3 in the morning, partying and waste the best years of your life. Because here's what happens. Right now, you guys have energy, a lot of energy. 18-year-old male, they're at their peak, right? Peak testosterone, everything. And you guys are still right in that wheelhouse, dude. You got that going on. But that energy level starts to fade. And it's hard as life happens to keep that up. You really got to be disciplined about what you eat, how you exercise, people you're around, get your mental right, all that stuff. So you lock all that in now, dude, all I want's a flux capacitor, a time machine to go back in time and shake my 23-year-old self and go, pop, pop, pop. You're golden, dude. You
What
still
would
have
you
your
do?
hair. You're good to go. Like, calm down, relax, take a breath. You can do whatever you want.
What do you want to be in 10 years? I'll ask you.
What do I want to be?
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing content wise and family wise?
This is all I want, and I'm sure you guys think the same thing. We all know we each have gifts and talents. And as we move along, we see unfulfilled potential. And that is the saddest thing in the world. We start to see people get sick. We have friends that die in accidents, suicides come along, all this stuff. And you're like, damn, I'm still here. What you don't want to do is be at the end of your life and go, man, I had all these gifts, all these talents, and I did not use them. That is a shame. So 10 years from now, I want to go, yeah, I was a little late to the party. I was a little late to waking up, but I still am the same person I always was. I'm still that kid from 8th grade, and I realized all my potential. I didn't leave anything on the table. I redlined it, and I did everything to the best of my ability. People recognized it, and I want to take that same thing that I learned and have my kids, when they're in high school, when they're in college, like, just send them on the right path. And you got to have a strong mind, and you got to learn how this thing works. And we're all different. We're all sensitive to different things, So that's what I want. I want to utilize my potential absolutely to the fullest extent.
When you were a janitor, if I want to go back to
Yeah.
that, did you have this mindset?
No, No. Not at all. Not at all. I get wrapped up in my own thoughts, right? And those thoughts can get really dark. And then you add on top of that alcohol or pot or whatever it is, and you're thinking you're going to find something. Like there's going to be some aha moment. All alcohol is, seriously, is depression in a bottle, right? That's what it is. It's a depressant. So you think you're going to find something, you're not. The second I got clear-headed, started eating better, started taking some long walks, and really was like, this life is so short and no day is promised. That's when I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's go. But that dark spot, that low point, that's when it happened. So I tell people, especially when we have friends that are really depressed, really dark, that are really in the darkness, get yourself eating right, get your body moving, because although it's the darkest of nights, the sun is going to come up, because I've been through it. I've been at the bottom, and then yes, sometimes it takes 6 months. Sometimes it takes a year. And another thing I want to say to you guys too, you all said you want to get married someday, right? You want to find the girl. I have multiple friends that are dead from suicide because of a woman. And it's the biggest tragedy, because they got their heart broken because a girl left them and they just sunk to the bottom. Because when you're 25, you think she was everything. She was your world. You know, it wasn't meant to be. You have to pick yourself up and value yourself enough to go like, she wasn't the right one. As much as I loved her, as much as she hurt me, 5 years from now, we're going to be with totally different people, and life's going to look totally different. And you're going to go, thank God she dumped me. Thank God. She's a hot mess. And now I have this beautiful woman beside me and these beautiful children. But it's really hard to get that into somebody's head when they're in the moment of hurt. But that's what being a friend is. And if anything, I wish I had the wherewithal at 25 to grab my friends who I lost and shake them and be there and be like, buddy, we'll get through this together, you know?
So who would you say is a big mentor to you?
So many. That's the greatest gift. Like everybody talks about social media, like all the negative stuff, but it's been a massive blessing. I've got to travel, meet, and hang out with incredibly successful people, all because whatever I was putting out into the world, they were jiving with. And then you find out it's a like-minded person. Then all I get to do is sit there, whether we're traveling or we're having a dinner, and pick their brains. Oh, what about business? How do you set it up? You do this, you do that, you do that. Better than any education. I wasn't listening in school ever to anything. Not that they were telling me how to do any of that good stuff anyways. So that's who. I have multiple people that I've looked to. And sometimes, those relationships, they serve their purpose and you get what you need from them, and then you move on to somebody else. And then sometimes you're the person. Now I have a little bit of experience and I can talk about certain things.
Do you have your own podcast, or does Kook of the Day have a podcast?
So I'm not affiliated with Kook of the Day anymore.
Okay.
They lost all their followers. Zuckerberg shut them down like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, they have like only 100K now.
What was that about?
So we don't know for sure, but I think that it was the nature of that page. You're getting submitted all this content. Yeah. And people are being filmed, and then you're calling them whatever kind of.
It's a lot of poking fun.
Talking about it and just, it was all done in jest, but people can easily just say, hey, this person's bullying me. Then you get a strike, or there's copyright infringements. And like some French scooter rider in France is like, that is my video. And you are not allowed to use it. Get another strike. And then they start to hit you. And I think there was just too much of that.
Oh, that's nutty. Like defamation and stuff like that. I'm going to change the subject a little bit. I heard you had a pretty crazy experience down at Black's Beach in San Diego.
Wait, what happened there?
I don't know the story. I was just told to ask about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's common. Black's Beach is a nude beach in San Diego.
I didn't know there's nude beaches in San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, I went down there years ago.
Seems like he knows about it. He's looking, he's down there a lot.
I've seen a couple weird things. I saw a dude with a Frankenstein dick down there one day.
What is that?
No, this was wild, dude. Me and my Cade's dad were walking, and we're like just surfed, and we're walking. There's this dude walking like towards us, seriously, with like horse cock, like down, like. But it's all like Frankenstein. It's all scarred,
Like stitched and stuff.
yes. And we realized like, oh, this is like it's just a giant limp. Has to be a limp noodle, and it was like he had gone to some surgeon somewhere, and they created this monster cock. So I saw that once.
Wait. So it's
The Tijuana horse cock.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not real.
No, it's flesh. But I think I don't know if it was where the flesh, if it came from his ass. They like built.
They built a
They
cock.
built a cock.
Put like silicone.
and he's
or
just
whatever
walking
in
like
there.
this, and me and my brother are like, what? But it was
crazy.
It was all scarred up. It was wild.
That's nutty.
But another
What
time,
doctor allowed that?
it happened.
You got paid.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
The story you're referring to, though,
You got sponsored.
Frankencock. I lost my surfboard one time, didn't have a leash, and I'm like coming in to get my board, and I see this like probably like 19-year-old nude Asian guy, and he's just like jumping on my board, going and he's playing with it, like trying to jump on it, and I'm just like, what is happening? And I walk up, and he's just like, and he hands it to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's Blacks.
I thought you were about to say Frankenstein was on the board. I was
No,
like,
he had the opposite of a Frankencock. It's just like a little, yeah.
Are there any surfers in the community that don't like you?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
how
Why?
do they? Why? Yeah, like why?
So, it's all just my opinion of how I view things, and a lot of people, I think, kind of thought I was all right or whatever. But humor is like music; we all like different types.
Yeah.
Right. And I've definitely pushed people's buttons about certain things, and a lot of times it's like they like you until they don't like you. They're like, "You're great," and then you touch on something that's the truth is always funny.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would assume there's not. But the cool part is nobody ever says anything to your face. You'll get mad dogged and stuff, but nobody ever says anything. But yeah, I've got phone calls. You need to take that down.
Like from managers and stuff?
No, I'm not. I've talked about this on other stuff. It always gets me in trouble.
Oh yeah.
But people that
Okay.
I've pissed off. I got in trouble on an island and wasn't welcome there for about a year.
Oh dang.
I got a ban. Surfing's silly. It's very small, and the way it's been for a long time in that industry is you take care of each other. You don't talk bad about each other, even if someone's a total piece of shit. You know, you don't
Look
respect.
out for your own type of
right. But the best stories are never told. Just the most insane stories are never told because their sponsors don't want these things told, which I understand, but I like to tell the stories.
Well, and that's also probably where you're big in the surf community too, is because you touch on a lot of stuff that like locals would get and they don't talk about that much.
That's what I like. You got to do what you like. I know what I like to watch and what I like to hear. I've done less and less of that as time has gone on because I want to do other things, and I've sort
a little
of
messy.
feel like we've kind of done. There's only so much you can do within that world, you know?
So how do you keep coming up with content? Because you keep going to the same couple beaches.
Yeah.
That last
Is that
spearfishing
tough?
video was hilarious.
No, for the
You have to travel
for
a
the
lot?
first like 3 years, she was like content machine, like day after day after day after day.
And you think of these things like by yourself, you write them down, or you
No.
have other creators
on the
hitting you
spot,
up.
huh?
On the spot,
On the
just
spot stuff.
impulsive. And
I'm
like,
sure a lot of the humor is like your everyday life too.
yeah,
You're
and then like
incorporating with it.
I do a lot of like very specific communities, like Talega. I've just made fun of relentlessly. I did make fun of Ladera because my sister lived there, so I'm like, all right, I don't want to hurt her feelings, right?
They're out of there now. You
Yeah.
can just rip on
Yeah,
them.
I probably could.
Wait, can you just do one thing for this podcast? Can you just like
Yeah, you got any Ladera jokes
no,
for some?
No, just detail-y Really detail a Ladera mom.
Dude, it's
That's so good.
All right,
It's super like
absolutely.
because it's pretty funny. They're all like the same.
I'm gonna do right now.
They're all like the
I'm gonna do
same.
2023.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm a Ladera mom. It's fall, so I'm at Starbucks every morning. I get my pumpkin latte. It's beautiful. I get Brixton all done up in just a perfect outfit to take him to his school. And then after school, I hang out with my husband. He's 43 years old. He's one of those guys who's late to getting tattoos, but now he has a full sleeve. We have a massive Mercedes Sprinter van, which is absolutely incredible. We're actually swingers and we're in a loveless marriage and we all just fuck each other, but we don't want anyone to know that. We also go to church on Sundays and give off perfect appearance that we're a really, really good family. But the truth is our children hate us. We're in a loveless marriage and we're actually borderline bankrupt. We can't afford any of these things we have. We're just living off of credit. But all that matters is keeping up appearances. And oh, what's that? I'm going to go get wine drunk at 11:30 a.m.
Let's go. That was class.
Hey,
Something
the
like that.
truth
Wow.
is humor, huh?
Oh my gosh, the
That
truth
was
is humor.
so
I know
good.
10 of
Thank
those.
you.
No, that was
gold.
literally,
And that's our world, people.
You-
That's what we're living in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys watching
Yeah.
from all over the world. Yeah, that's where us three live.
That's on the money. That's on the money.
This is the product
yeah, this is it.
of that place.
Yeah, my freaking
Yeah.
mom.
Oh, that's so good.
no, not us.
No,
but-
not your mom, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Chill.
I mean, not my mom.
Terrible. Oh my gosh. Did any Garibaldi hunters get offended at your recent video?
Yeah, I love that one.
Dude, that was so
see, that's
good.
my Garibaldi is our state fish, and they're these big, dumb orange fish
They
that'll
look like
come
goldfish.
right up to your face, right? And they're protected. You can't shoot them, and they're the easiest things to shoot in the world. But yeah, I did a video with the game warden's truck,
Oh,
and
so funny.
no, people like that one. That was actually one of the first a spearfishing shop contacted me. I was like,
super cool.
dude, will you make like a commercial for us? And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, that's
For
it. Well,
sure.
I had gone spearfishing with Kate actually last week for the first time, and we were watching the video. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we were dying.
This is I don't know, man. It's the world is like we know what's funny.
Yeah.
And you just got to key into it, but staying in that like creative space, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the content machine I once was, but I also felt like I had to put something out literally every day. And my stories would be my like I would say wild stuff like during the day, whatever came to my mind. And then I realized, wait a second, you can slow down. It's not a big deal if 5 days go by and you haven't made a new post.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there is really something to thinking out what you're doing and planning it. And there's also something to spur the moment. It's just finding.
So when
balance.
you like hit, because you have a lot of followers, fans around here, when you post something and it doesn't get the engagement that you feel like you deserve, do you get sad?
I get so sad. I get
doesn't know what to do.
Like when you get
I am living for those likes, brother.
no, but was there a time where like you feel like you're like pissed? You're like, I fucking drove all the way to the fucking beach and I put on a fucking bullshit video and this is fucking
all these damn
yeah, you know what I mean?
I take it all as
And you get like 3 comments and it's like your fucking uncle and shit.
there's nothing that infuriates me more than like the smoking hot chick that has half a brain cell that has 500,000 followers. And then I'm always like, she seems pretty nice. And I see she has an OnlyFans and I'm like, oh, you know, like that stuff infuriates me. So how can I take any of it serious? But the thing that does bum me out is when I think something's funny and nobody likes it. And like, within the first hour, whether it's going to be good or not. So I just take that shit down.
Okay, so you just take it down.
But some of the stuff I've done, like, I should have left up because fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I know what's funny.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that still infuriates me, like the shit talking and that stuff. Like I this thumb right here, I've become the block king. I will
blocking
mess
people?
with a person or I'll restrict them and we'll have a conversation for a year and they think people are seeing it. No one's seeing it.
It's just blocked off his page.
Oh, I fuck with everybody. I talk with everybody. I've had crazy interactions with people. And usually 99% of the time, there's, I was trying to, I just want to talk to you. And I'm like, cool, man. Yeah, it's all good. Whatever. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. But some of them you're just nasty. So you get the restrict. The restrict's more fun than the block because they think they're still in the game, but they're not.
You ever have one of those people meet you IRL? Like see you in person in real life?
Oh, yeah.
Like a hater or
So I
anything?
had a dude, I didn't even know he's from Florida, that said he wanted to wear my skin. Like he wanted to make a skin suit. And I assume he was trying to be funny, but I was like, it was a little weird. And then we were at Red Bull had an event called Foam Wreckers in Jacksonville. And I'm just in the bar. This guy walks up to me. He's like, "What's up, dude? I'm the guy that said I wanted to wear your skin." And I was like, "Whoa!"
How does he know you saw it?
How's he know I saw it?
Yeah.
I think I wrote back to him. I think I blocked him.
You're like, bro,
I think
that's
I
weird.
blocked him.
And you can see when they're. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
so when you
and then I
get
saw
Well,
him
you
in
can tell
person.
that you restricted
when
him.
you get
Yeah, I was-
blocked, you can't see people's shit, right?
yeah.
Correct. They can't go to your page.
But they can
Okay,
tell
okay.
that they got blocked.
And then you can block people just from your story too, right?
Totally.
Okay.
He's
He knows all about
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
And you saw that guy in person. And
Saw him in person, and he was just kind of he was cool in person, but he thought it was funny at the time, and I was like, all right, I didn't think it was.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
worry.
Is there
okay,
anyone
cool.
is there anyone in this area that's trying to be like you or trying to copy your shit?
Look, we're all. This is the other thing. Like we all are inspired. Like you saw some podcasts, and you saw maybe 3 dudes sitting there, and you're like, we can do that, but we'll do it our way, and this and that. And I have my inspirations. I have my stuff. And you see stuff from time to time. Like I've had straight up ripoffs.
Yeah.
Like I've had dudes like, this is hilarious. They like it. They follow me. And the next day they're doing the exact same thing.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, that's a trip. And usually someone will see it and then send it to me. But I think it's flattering, dude.
That's a
Whatever.
good thing.
It's a
Shows
good
that you're
thing.
doing something right.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the trail of thoughts, like you put something out into the world, someone else is going to pick it up, and I'm sure I do it. I'm sure we all do it.
And
we
you know
don't
when
even
they
know where
see
it came
you,
from.
when they
sometimes.
see you like at the beach and they like lock eyes with you, they're like, "Damn, that's my idol."
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Don't want to
Frank.
lock eyes with Frank and Clark.
Frank. But dude, it's just, that's the one thing though. I will tell you, I have focused literally on one app. That's how lazy I am. Like
That's
I have
actually crazy.
I have TikTok. I have, I don't know, 40,000 followers or whatever, but I'm rarely on there.
You should stream on Twitch.
I should.
You should
would
stream
do it.
on TikTok too.
Stream for like
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours.
You guys
and
help
just
me
try it.
out.
Oh, we
because
No,
if
I'm
the,
down. Let's do it.
Let's
the
do it.
lights can go out. Like my value lies in my following on Instagram and my engagement. That app could be sold.
This is what
Things
you
could
should do.
change,
You're
yeah.
we'll help you do this. We'll throw a massive like promotion on social media, and we're gonna say everyone tune in like on a certain day, exact time, like all your Instagrams.
Do I have to? Is Twitch the
It would
video
have been
game?
funny
one?
to
No,
live
no.
stream
It's
this.
you're just
They-
gonna
they
hold.
do video
you're,
games,
You're
but-
gonna hold your phone, and you'll for a couple hours we can have like
take it to
someone
the next
video
level.
you. We can have someone video you.
Phase 3.
And you'll be on your phone and you read the comments while you're walking around. So if someone's like, "Oh, go say hi to that guy," you just walk up and say hi.
I'm really good at that.
No, bro,
and
he
that
would be
so
so.
no,
that
but
would
imagine
be-
like you're at like a Red Bull event type of thing. And
yeah,
you're hanging out with these
you're
guys.
live. You're live, like right here.
Honestly, if I was going to
say.
say what I'm best at, it's man on the street stuff. I'm from being a paramedic for 10 years. I speak crazy, dude. I've interacted with every type of human in the world. That's some of my favorite stuff. Some of the best. My wife's always telling me that. She's
Well,
like, dude,
and-
man on the street, man on the street. That's another thing. Years ago, like 2010, I had this whole idea, wonderful idea called Man with Mike. And I had all these specific locations I was going to go to, events, and just
Dude,
do
look,
all
this
that
guy's
stuff.
live
Didn't
right
do
now.
it. Look at that.
And then he'll hop off,
Yeah,
and then he'll just be getting videoed going to dinner.
there you go.
And then people in the comments are like, "Yo, order
That would be
like
really
order
cool.
steak or something," and he'll order the steak, and then or like go tell the waitress to get you like it's super funny.
Locally,
like
too.
That would be locally. Like everyone will hop on your live,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then people will try to like leave their house to go see where you're at.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
Twitch
No,
stream.
I'll
try
give it a
it.
shot.
Yeah,
Do it,
see,
dude.
that one's
No,
a little
seriously.
shot.
with the stream snipers.
And then
they like
you
find
might
your
get, like,
location.
Hey, I'm
thousands
in
of
I'm in Ladera Ranch at
Yeah.
a wine party.
No.
There's a bunch of assholes here. What should I do, guys?
Lemonade stand
Pour
live.
wine on that mom.
You do a whole live. He's doing a lemonade stand with him.
I'm on an electric bicycle with a bunch of 14-year-olds. Oh my god!
Oh man,
E-bike
these
gang.
e-bikes.
Dude, those
huh?
e-bikers
oh my
are nuts,
gosh,
man.
those e-bikers are crazy.
Yeah.
Roundabouts are clogged. In
That's
Ladera
one
Ranch.
thing I'm known for. I have a strong anti-e-bike stance.
It's not a bad stance to
It's a
take.
I
motorcycle.
agree.
If
It's
I would have had
dangerous.
that at 12 years old,
We say that all the time, and we're
Dude.
like 5 years out of it. Like
Come
we
on.
could have had it recently, but we're all like,
do
we
it.
would have had broken arms and
There's kids in the middle of like Crown Valley. Like,
No
they're gonna
helmet.
get
they're
hit
getting
by a
good though. They
car.
got wheelies. They're
Yeah,
doing all
but
kinds
that's
of
so
crap.
dangerous.
got to have a
crazy.
few more of them die before we get that banned.
Just a couple fall
Hate to
off the
say it.
bike.
Yeah,
Have any-
No,
say
it's true. It takes one kid and then it's all over
Has
the
anyone
news.
actually?
for sure. I
Yeah,
bet.
for sure.
Dude, I've eaten crap on e-bikes.
Dude, I had a mom the other day. Whatever. Thank God. School's getting out. I have a green light. I'm going like 40 miles per hour. And something in me was just like, put your foot over the brake, like hover it. And her like 7 or 8-year-old just getting out of school goes like this. I hit the brakes and mom's right behind her with like the other kid in the back seat like this. And she just looks and is like, hey. And like, I was filled with rage. I wanted
I'm
to
sure.
follow her and stop her and go like, you almost watched your kid get whacked.
With a
and
smile
she
on
never
her
said,
face.
just people
Dude.
are clueless. Crazy.
What's her
That is
license plate number?
nuts.
I'm kidding.
Nothing bad's going to happen to me. I'm in South Orange County.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect. Crazy.
Oh, I was so one of those kids in the middle of the street. We had one of our neighbors, Dave, down the street. I remember I was like 6 or 7, and I had such a bad habit of just running into the street, always to get the ball, whatever.
Wait. What kind of habit is that?
Well, it's just like we're all playing outside and stuff. If there's a car coming, I'm the
I
kid
wanna
who
run
does-
into the street.
I'm the kid who doesn't hear the car coming. You know what I mean? I'm just still playing. Like I would always
Yeah.
get caught in the middle of the street. And one day, Dave down the street, I remember he yelled at me,
Yes.
"So you are going to die!"
And you never forgot
And
it.
I never forgot.
today.
And every time I see a kid in the street, I want to yell at him like Dave yelled at me.
Today, going to pick my kids up to school, there's a junior high. There's a kid walking across the street with his face in his phone.
Oh god!
And I'm just going slow. The entire 2 lanes, face down. I roll my window down. I go, get your face out of your phone when you're crossing the street. And that's what I hope.
Yeah,
I hope
that it shook him.
Shook him.
Yep.
And
Oh,
maybe
I
saved a
got
life.
shook. I'm sidewalk only guy now.
Can I give your listeners an idea? Something I've always wanted to do.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. I just want to see an Instagram page where it's just a guy that stops at a stoplight or a stop sign where there's a crosswalk. And you know how you always see a person or multiple people and they're just walking across the crosswalk as if they have a shield of invincibility staring at their phone. And they wait until the person gets right in front of your car and you have it on film and you just blast them with like a air horn or the horn and you watch them. And the goal of the page is to try to get them to drop the phone or shit their pants or piss themselves.
Okay, that's what we're gonna
And
do
that's
on your
all it
live
is.
stream.
Isn't that great?
That's a great
Or
idea.
shoot him with bug
And
assault.
you're actually doing them a service. You may have saved their life by doing that. Let's do it.
Oh, that
I'm
was,
down.
That was pretty
I
official.
shook.
Or anyone out there, do it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
We're
a good
gonna
idea.
do that
Thank
on
you.
Twitch.
Make our pedestrians safe again.
Exactly.
I think that they're just awkward too. Like walking across the street, they don't want to make eye contact.
Reminds me of the.
sometimes. That's
Have
why
you,
they're in
seen,
their
have you seen the
phone.
Cartnart guy?
Oh yeah. Cartnart's the best. Been following him.
What
a long
would your
time.
reaction
Who
be
is that?
to his?
So if you, this guy sits in a grocery store parking lot and people will get their groceries and they'll just set the cart right next to their
you
car.
know when you
in
just
middle
throw
of
the
parking
cart to
lot.
the side.
Oh, he like
He goes,
cops
put your
them?
car back, and if they don't listen, they'll drive off, and he has a little magnet called
Puts a
Cart
sticker.
Thief, and he pops it on their car, and they'll get out and yell, and he goes, "Oh, cranky pants, and dude, he pushes
And he almost
people to their
gets
limits.
beat up sometimes. It's awesome.
Oh, I gotta say, I love the videos, but I could also see myself having a bad Wednesday and not wanting to put my cart away and just chasing that guy down the parking lot. I see both sides of it.
I honestly though, like that I'm super into like just basic civility.
Yeah.
Like you open a door for a person, you
Manners.
smile, you wave at a stranger, you say thank you. And you can tell so much about a person whether or not they take the cart back.
Yeah.
And I understand having a bad day, but like, God bless.
It takes a lot more
Cartnart.
to throw a scene with that guy than to just put your cart back.
That
You see,
Ladera
you see a lot of
Albertsons
people waste their
gets
time
wild.
doing
yeah.
that.
Oh, something else too, though. You guys, you gentlemen,
Yeah.
early 20s, when you hear that like fucking millennials and like all that shit. Does that bum you guys out?
I think it's fucking lame.
Yeah,
lame now.
it doesn't really like. I feel like it doesn't bother me. Like it's kind of like old man talk.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I just don't even like.
I don't care.
I think it's just
Yeah.
stupid. It's like, why are you even?
And everybody obsesses about like, especially us. Like it's like they say like 96 to 2002 is Gen Z, millennial, like whatever. It's the same thing as all that like star stuff. Like who can, it doesn't say anything.
And your generation in 20 years will be saying something about the younger generation.
Exactly.
It's just, it's nonsense. But you did mention something about like they don't want to make eye contact. That is one thing I do find with some younger people, more probably teens, where they're like the social, like just how to shake a person's hand, how like it is gone.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm like, whoo, but I get it. Like you have shifted to like your laptop and your phone and you're just maybe in your room playing video games all day. But I gotta tell you, huge key to success and getting anywhere you want to go is relationships. It's all relationships. In particular, most of the people that have all the money, they're usually a little older. And guess what? They like a handshake. They like eye contact. They like a person that can listen, have a conversation. So that if you can do that, they will be blown away. If you're 19, they'll be like, this kid's dialed. Gonna give him a shot. If you can't do that, they're probably gonna tell you to pound Sam.
Yeah.
What would you say to the kids that can't do that are watching? What should they work on? Like what is the first steps for that?
I mean, literally, I've thought about this too. I've thought about like kind of in a joking, fun manner, creating just basic social interaction. And it's not in a mean way, but like job interview, for instance. You walk in, if there's 3 people that are there sitting behind a desk to interview you, you walk up to each of them. Hello, nice to meet you. Shake the first person's hands. Go to the next one. Hello, nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. You do that. You're talking to them during the interview. You get up at the end. You shake all 3 of their hands. Boom. You've done 90% more than most people that have gone in there. So literally, I think it is probably in the future going to have to be taught because those basic skills are kind of dying, and it's not good.
It's true.
I'll be honest. I definitely struggle with that.
Yeah.
And I had to work on it myself. If I were to say like one thing that people can work on that helped me, it's all confidence too. People don't want to look you in the eyes because they're not confident in themselves or certain things. And to build confidence can come with so many different things, doing stuff, maybe working out, right? So that I think plays a big role in helping those little factors of looking someone in the eye, shaking their hand, just confidence.
It's the awareness of it and then doing something about it. You ask better questions, you get better results. So why am I this way? How would I like to be? Oh, it's a good question. Okay, who do I know that has the highest social intelligence? Whether it's kid at your school, man, everyone seems to like this kid. He can walk into a room and pick up on things that other people don't seem to see. Talk to him. Ask him, dude, how do you do that? And again, if he's not a dick, he's going to tell you. And naturally we're all born with different levels of this, but again, social intelligence, massive, and in this day and age with the way a lot of things are, they're quick to label people, especially when they're young. Oh, this kid is this. He's socially awkward. He's this. He's like, going to give him a pill, blah, blah, blah. Well, is that the best approach? Maybe not. You can work on anything. And acting, self-confidence, fake it till you make it. Trust me, if you're low self-confidence, well, pretend you're a person that has self-confidence. Pretend all the world is a stage and you're just going to act this role. We've all done it when we're trying to get jobs. We've all done it at a party until eventually you get to a point where you're like, this isn't that big of a deal. All this anxiety's huge. Working on that, social fears, it's all stuff you can work at. Yeah.
Being present with people is super important, I feel like, too. A lot of kids are disassociated with that.
Right. And that, may have something to do with youth again.
Yeah, true.
And interactions, the way we interact has changed massively. And that, again, is probably why you get people that are like, oh, these millennials and all this. But all you have to do is step back and go, environment's everything,
Sure.
Like
I was going to say what's interesting too is for us at least, I think we're on like the borderline of that phone era too, because we had a phone growing up, but we also didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, when did we get a phone, Cody?
I got my phone when I was like 11.
Yeah, 11, 12.
But that was
Yeah.
like a flip phone.
So like halfway
Like
through
11.
our life, we got it. Some of these kids though, they're born
all
and
they
they get
know,
an
yeah.
iPad.
Well, yeah, a lot of these kids don't go outside. I was outside every single day until it got dark when I was a kid.
Me
like
too.
every single day. And the e-bike thing too. Nobody's running around. I used to have to walk like 10 miles if I wanted to go get a slice of pizza with my friends and stuff. Kids are just 25 miles an hour. Boom. They're there. It's kind of crazy.
Again, too, like, you know,
Why are you jealous?
Yeah, I'm
it's
just mad. I had to
it's
walk.
about a lot of it,
Fucking millennials.
Yeah, for real.
a lot of that happens in the home, man. Like every kid's born different. Some kids have a strange disposition, and it's your job as a parent to adjust and be like, how am I going to help this person in life? Which is another critique I'll give to a lot of people around here. You have all this wealth, and guess where the most raging parties ever were when I was a kid? In the biggest homes. And guess where their parents were? Nowhere to be found because they were working. And they weren't great parents. A lot of them were awful. And their kids turned out pretty shitty. Yeah, you had everything on paper, but were you parenting them? No. And that's a tragedy. That's ridiculous. So it kind of starts in the home as far as I'm concerned. And like, I think we need more positive male role models, you know? And you learn stuff from podcasts, things like that. And what kind of man do you want to be? Do you want to help people? Because at the end of the day, like when you die, it really is about how many people did you help. And that's what's cool about this, you know? 3 guys in their early 20s, make people laugh, great, talk shit, have fun, do all that. But be real, get deep, talk about real shit because nobody else is. I wish somebody was doing it when I was young. I never sat around with any of my friends, seriously, and had real conversations. Like, what were we doing? It was like we never changed from 8th grade boys. It was just girls, dicks, pussy, huh. You know, which that's what it was. But like, some of us were hurting. Some of us were lost. And we weren't the greatest friends to each other. So communication and all that, if anything, I hope and I think your generation's probably doing it better. Talking about mental health, I mean, give me a break, dude. Like, it is massive. We have a huge problem. I didn't feel like I had anybody to turn to when I was losing it. I really didn't. And if anything, if I was going to tell a friend, they were going to talk shit and make fun of me. So it's like, why would I want to talk to them?
Yeah. If anyone is going through anything right now watching this, like literally DM Kyler, DM Zach, DM me.
DM Jonathan Wayne Freeman.
Literally, like,
Yes, sir.
honestly, I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
You guys are all watching this right now. If you're going through something, ask for help, ask a loved one. But all 4 of us here sitting right now, we will help you guys.
And nobody's alone.
Nobody's alone.
You're not doing it by yourself.
We'll get on
Everybody's
a
going
call.
through something.
Everyone's going through something. So if you are watching this, please ask for help.
Yes.
And
Maybe when they tune in too, this could take them away from all their, problems.
yeah,
100%.
If you're
Hopefully.
watching this too, we hope you guys are enjoying this episode. But if you do need help, we are all here for you guys. And is there anything you want to let our viewers know before we head out?
Be a good person. This is a gift. Being alive is a gift. You're above ground. Being a paramedic, I was around death, illness for a decade. And it doesn't discriminate who it touches, from the very young to the very old. And we're all on borrowed time. This is not a dress rehearsal. If you're lucky, you make mistakes and you get a second chance. Some of us get lots of chances, whether that's dumb luck, whether it's the grace of God, who's to say? But you have a moment right now to decide whether you're going to be the best version of yourself or whether you're going to continue spiraling downward. And time moves very, very, very quickly, even if it doesn't seem like it is now. So take this gift of life that you have. Don't get distracted by partying, by drugs, by alcohol, by women. Be the best version of yourself. Be a leader, not a follower, because most of the world's sheep and they just follow blindly. Don't be over-influenced by people online or people on television who you think are cool and have it all together, because they don't. Most of the stuff you see is fake. You're being lied to by so many people every single day, mostly who are trying to sell you things. You need to get your mind functioning at its peak performance, because you're a human being and it's a freaking miracle. Treat people the way you want to be treated to the best of your ability at all times, and do everything that you can in your power to make a difference in this world. That's what I would say to anybody. And you're capable of greatness. No matter if you come from a background where people told you weren't great. Whether you had a terrible dad, whether you come from a broken family, whether you've suffered abuse. The remarkable thing about human beings is we are incredibly resilient. And you are so powerful. You have so much strength. And you will learn from your darkest days and your weakest stuff to help others. It's just the best way to live. And that would be my message. Survive your 20s. Be smart in your 20s. Be smart in your teens. And set yourself up for success. Because you don't want to dig yourself out of a hole. It sucks. It's not good. You don't want to develop bad habits that you're still fighting in your 40s. No. Be a powerful, radical human that people look to and they're like, why is that person different? What is it about them? Because you'll see it. Their eyes are clear. They have an energy and something about them that just attracts people to them. That's what you want to be. And anybody's capable of that, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Sort out the lies that you've been told about yourself, because they're not true, a lot of them. Figure out what your heart and your soul really wants, and freaking enjoy the journey. And things take time. It's not instant, and that's okay. All the best stuff takes time. Grow old gracefully. Be a good friend and love people, even people you can't stand.
I love it.
Wow.
Oh,
That's awesome.
thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Legend in the house.
For real. That was
was amazing.
Game.
awesome.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video,
You're a real one.
You're a real one. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, all the views we've had. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Thank
Later.
you, John.
Peace.
Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy for a price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like it's grandmama purse.